Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Absolutely Not Podcast. I'm your host, Heather McMahan. I am here at the Palazzo Venetian Resort in beautiful, kind of crisp and cool, sunny Las Vegas. And I am thrilled to be sitting on a gorgeous chocolatey velvet couch with one of my dearest friends, a partner in crime, a business partner. She's directed both of my specials. She's an incredible writer, incredible actress herself. But you know, y'all know Jen. She's been on an episode of the podcast before, but I felt like since Jen's coming on the road and working with me a lot, and you're going to be seeing her on the tour dates, you're coming on the cruise, this would be a great opportunity to have a refreshing, who the fuck is Jen Zaborowski? Jen Zaborowski, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me. I mean, let's be honest. I got off the plane, walked into your hotel room, and you said, hey, want to do a podcast episode? I said, does someone have an extra pair of sunglasses?
We both have on zero makeup. We look like two lesbians who came to Vegas to buy crystals on the Strip. You're wearing what is this texture, would you say, for this leather jacket?
Okay, so Jill Bream, who's a costume designer in New York City. She is a costume designer on Saturday Night Live. Okay.
She designed my costume for Breadwinner.
Yes. And she is incredible. I mean, she's amazing. And Jill is my coolest friend. And she told me to get this jacket.
Wow, thanks. Yes, but she told you to get this jacket.
You're my most fun friend.
I don't even know about that. It's a lot of stress.
But yeah, so Jill just told me to get this, and I did. I
had another. Cool.
Thank you. I mean, you know, I don't know what this look is. It's literally I got on a plane and then put these sunglasses on. But yeah, it does make me feel, I don't know. I'm like, is this too edgy?
No.
For me,
you look fantastic.
Okay.
I will say though, the barrel jeans.
Hit me with
we got to talk about it.
Jill made me get these.
But here's the thing. I will fight Jill. I'm going to see Jill next week in New York. I will fight Jill on the barrel jeans. The barrel jeans, now they do look cute on you. I'm not saying you don't look cute. But the barrel jeans to me need to fucking stop. If you're watching this right now and you've purchased a pair of barrel jeans, unless you're wearing them to the fucking rodeo, what are you doing?
But you know what? I'll say this, because I said to Jill, I said I was having like a denim crisis. Like it was like an identity crisis when it comes to denim. I feel like we all are there, right? We can agree on that.
I am in a oversized vintage Levi's men's jacket that makes me look like a mastodon. So yes, I get it.
Yeah, and then you put on oversized, like big open jeans, which is like, yeah, this oversized look, this is great. But then we look like monster people.
We look like slob kebabs. It's not flattering on anybody. Everybody got into the Palazzo pant. It's not my look. I know we're staying at the Palazzo right now. But, you know, when Kendrick Lamar came out in his nice boot cut, fitted jeans, I said, thank God.
We're seeing the booty. We're seeing the thigh. And then we just give a little flare.
A little flare. A flare is flattering on everyone. It doesn't matter if you're short and stocky, if you're tall and lanky, if you're plus size, mid size, straight. You put a boot cut on a lemur and they're going to look cute.
No, it is. It's a very flattering look. I was going to say, this isn't going to help my case. I was like, I just saw someone else that was recently back in a boot cut jean, and that was Meghan Markle. So this isn't helping. But she had on that with a nice navy sweater. She looked adorable.
But
that's not the example we want to use. But anyways, Jill told me also to get these jeans. They are wildly expensive. It makes me sick.
Are they rack and bone?
No, they're Neely Lowton.
Oh, yeah.
Lowton.
Noli Lotion.
Noli Lowton.
Yeah, those were pricey.
They are so expensive. But I put them on and I was like, these look cute. I was trying on so many jeans and they were all terrible. And I put these on and I was like, I felt good in them. But
well, I'm here to bring you back down to reality.
They gotta go.
You look cool.
I'm not wearing these tonight, though. I want you to know.
No. Jen, everything you put on. Jen is one of my secret friends who has the secret body, the secret hot body that whenever she gets dressed, I just go, this stupid bitch.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you got great tits. You got a tiny waist, a perky ass. I mean, it's just get out of here.
You wouldn't know looking at me right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. These goddamn barrel jeans need to go.
All right.
Anyways.
You know, my goal in 2024 was to dress sexier, and I didn't do that. So
No, you're getting there.
okay.
No, you are sexy. I mean, listen, we're not. None
When
of us
we
are
go
14
out,
anymore.
when we go out to after parties,
Yeah.
I get the boobs out and I do the thing.
But I had to tell you, I said,
You did.
where are the girls? Get the tits out. This is Hollywood, Jen. If we're going to be out and selling our TV shows, selling the specials, we need to play the game. I don't care. You know, that's why I always have a slit up to my clit, because I got to sell.
And sell she does.
And sells she does. We're here in Vegas, and I mean, we are dressed like two gals that live somewhere in Tucson or Sedona, and we come do the Vegas thing. We hit our restaurants. We love to go see the magicians. We seem like the lesbian couple who we have a personal relationship with the magicians.
Oh, we absolutely do. We love this, and we're gonna go and we're gonna spend the big dollars and go to the Sphere for the big magicians over there, Copperfield or whoever.
Oh yeah, and then we're going to see the Eagles at the Sphere. We look like lesbians who own a crystal shop in Arizona, and we love the Eagles.
Yeah.
Period.
Is this what this is?
What?
Is this what you don't do?
No, like Rock On.
Rock On is this.
This is, I think, a demonic symbol.
Okay.
No, that's Longhorns. That's the Texas Longhorns. Why are you doing that?
For my boyfriend, Glen Powell. Boyfriend, Glen Powell.
So Jen and I do share a love of Glen Powell, and he is just such a cutie. And we ran into him at the one hotel. And Jen had just told me, I think 20 minutes prior, it was you, me, and Tina, right?
Yes.
And you were sitting there and you're like, man, if I saw Glen Powell, I would attack him. And then Glen Powell happened to be sitting at the bar behind us.
And here's the thing. Heather will talk to anyone. I travel with Heather all over these great states, and she's chatting with everyone, making friends. People approach her. Heather's chit-chatting with them. I didn't know this about Heather, is that she will not go up and introduce herself to someone who she knows of.
Yeah.
She'll talk to a stranger, but she's not hey, I'm a big fan of yours, or like, hey, we have this person in common. That's not your vibe. And after years of being friends and working together, I did not know this until this moment, where I always talk to people. I do it less now, like after 20 years of living in Los Angeles, but there was a phase when American Idol was at its height.
Here we go.
There is not an American Idol contestant that I did not touch. I mean, I was just like out and about.
Like chasing down Ruben Studdard
Yes.
down the strip? What are you talking about?
No, I once, I saw Jordan Sparks at an AMC theater. And stroked her arm and told her how proud I was of her.
So let me get this straight. You've been assaulting American Idol contestants.
Yes.
Wow. Good thing I brought her on camera. If anybody needs to identify their stalker, here she is, Jen Zaborowski.
I don't know what the limit of what is that called?
The statute of limitation
is.
It's usually about 12 years, but
so maybe I passed that. When's Jordan Sparks on? But
Probably.
during there was a 5-season period of time when I would just talk to anyone who was on American Idol. Also, once in a nightclub, I saw Chris Evans, and this was back when Lindsay Lohan had just gotten out of rehab for the first time. We had remember was Andy Milonakis. Remember the Andy Milonakis show?
one of the best pieces of art, I would say, of our time.
Yes, 100% agree. He was at this club. It was on Santa Monica Boulevard. I forget the name of it, but this was when, I was in my 20s and going out and partying and I was also a preschool teacher at the time, and I had to leave the club because I had to go home to get some sleep before I had to go teach preschool the next morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, but before I go, I have to do one thing. And I walked up to Chris Evans, and I just want you to know, I knew beforehand. I walked up to him and I stroked his face and I said, "You are American Pie."
What was his reaction?
He smiled and was also like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Who is this woman? But he smiled and he was like, thank you. And I was like, I have to go teach preschool in the morning, so I got to go. But I just want you to know, you are American Pie. You're going to do great things. And I walked away.
But see, that's nice. Wait, hold on. Do you see that real quick? Do you see that? That looks
Is that a private plane? It
No.
looks like it's coming into the building.
Yeah, we're sitting. We can see the sphere from the window. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry. But all the private planes that are taking off from the airport look like they're about to run directly through our window. Like, it is giving me a heart attack 6 times. But sorry. Okay, wait, let's go back to Chris Evans. But here's the thing. I like pumping people up. I really find a joy and that kind of exposure. You know what it is? I feel intimidated. And not that intimidated, like I shouldn't be in the same room as these people, but I know what it's like how to, in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I mean, I creeped on enough people when I worked at Soul Cycle and in a way, but the dynamic was different.
Yes.
I don't know why even now as a peer in some of these situations, I'm just going to sit in the corner and drink my Chardonnay.
No.
Why do I get anxious?
No, I was a nightmare anytime the few acting jobs that I booked. I was panicked fully, like on set in that dynamic hierarchy, et cetera, of like when to make friends, when people want to talk in the makeup trailer, that kind of thing. Not great in that dynamic. But walking up to people and just like being like, you're amazing. I'm so excited for you. And to bring it back to our mutual boyfriend, Glen Powell, I was like, this is my moment.
Yeah.
We have friends in common. I was like, and I've wanted for years to meet him and to tell him that he's going to be the biggest movie star and he was going to save Hollywood. My sister knows this. I would be like, Jess, this guy, Glen Powell, I'm telling you, he's going to be a movie star.
Yeah.
And now the moment's passed because he is a movie star. So I can't tell him he's going to be a movie star.
This
because
was
he
exactly
is.
like a year ago. Like he was just about to start doing the press tour for Twisters. And you had a 3-day window. You had a 20-minute window to tell him he was going to be a star. And now he is a star. And I don't think you can ever do that again.
Well, you know what? It's your fault.
It is my fault.
Because I got all excited. I was like, we have friends in common. I know what I'm going to say. I was running through it. I was like,
And he was casual. He didn't have a big posse. He was having just a cocktail with 2 friends.
And there weren't a lot of people there. It was like a very cool vibe. It was like, this is it.
There was also a French bulldog that was adjacent and like a chair next to it, which like that could have been an easy in. Whose dog is this? Like there were so many ways for you to approach a situation smoothly, calmly, and efficiently.
And I was like, this is my moment. This is my time. And I was like, all right, we're doing this. And because we were getting up to leave and Heather just started to disassociate. Like even as I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And Heather was like, she wasn't even getting words out. She was just like looking off into the distance, even though we were even closer than we are right now physically. And then we get up and we start moving towards him. And Heather just takes a hard left and she walks and you stood in front of a wall. A wall was 6 inches from your face and you just...
I did. I stood like by the elevator bank, but there wasn't. I wasn't like in front of the door. I was just standing, and the one hotel. So there's a lot of wood, and it's very eco-friendly. So I was standing in front of like a piece of pine bark or some shit, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do.
And she just stood in front of the wall, and I see her, and I'm like, well, I now can't speak to this man. And I was like, is this so unhinged what I'm about to do? I didn't trust myself. I've been doing for 20 years.
And I fucked you up. Here I am. And you know what? You need to trust yourself and quit listening to me because here I am bullying you about the barrel jeans, but they look cute on you. And you should have gone after it. Don't listen to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because he's so attractive. And I'll go up to other people, but let me tell you something. You've re-inspired me. I'm going to start fucking bugging everyone because I don't even like to ask people to come on the podcast because I get so intimidated of like, I understand that they're overwhelmed and I don't know why. Like asking that, I'm like, I never want to ask a favor. I'm like, these fuckers ask me to do shit for them all the fucking time. Fuck this. You know what? We're changing the narrative. This year is the year of I don't give a flying fuck.
No.
You're probably going to reject me, but I'm going to just say, get over to my house and I'm going to shove a microphone in your face.
I love asking people for favors.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes. Ask people. Connect people. I love connecting people.
Well, I love connecting people. Networking is really, truly my love language. I'm like, what do you need? You need a spray tan artist in like Tampa? I know a girl, like, or whatever. You and I both enjoy that.
We never would have met if I was like, will you come on my podcast?
True. And I bullshit all the time on here. I say, go for it. Go for the gold. Ask for it. I don't know why I've gotten intimidating. I saw there's another comedian when I was at that Netflix party and Tina was with me. We were at a Netflix brunch during Netflix is a Joke comedy festival. And I saw this woman go around to every single person. She didn't give a flying fuck if it was Judd Apatow, if it was Dave Chappelle. She just went in there and asserted herself and just let people know. And I had just gotten rejected by another male comedian who was a total asshole to me, but whatever, fuck him. And Whitney Cummings came up to me and she's like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. You just saw that?" She's like, "Yeah, coming to these parties makes it feel like it's the junior high dance." And I was like, "But look at this other gal working every fucking corner, didn't give a fuck." That's the energy I need to have.
I mean, not to say how great I am, but what did I do at the Golden Globes party?
You worked that room
For you and Steph when a certain person came up. Jamie Foxx comes up to our table. Well, he walks by and we were like, Jamie, we love your your special. He sees Steph Tolev and she's sitting there and he recognizes her. He follows her on Instagram. They have a nice moment and I stand up and I think I literally said something like, because I directed Steph Tolev's special too, which is coming out on Netflix in the next couple months. And I was like, Jamie, have you watched Heather McMahan's special? She filmed it in Atlanta at the Fox. I directed that. I was like, these are my comedians. And I was in a suit
with your titties out. You were in a zoot suit, and that the zipper had broken, so your nips were about 3 seconds away from just full areolas popping out.
And Jamie was like, "You shot your special at the Fox in Atlanta?" And then he came over and he's like, "Get over here, let's take a picture together." And he was like, and we had such a great moment. And we sat down and you were like, "Jen, I'm gonna give you 10%." And I was in the corner of like this like booth in my suit with my two babes on either side of me, and I was like, yeah, I love talking to people like that.
Well, and that's the thing is, I'm great at network. Like, if you put me on the convention floor, forget it. You took me to the dog show, crushed it. I don't know why, and maybe it's because I'm in Atlanta and I'm a little bit adjacent. Like, I'm not in the scene so much. I don't know what has gotten into me where I just feel like I need to be a little bit more quiet. And maybe it's because feel like I'm so loud on social media all the time that when I get in these rooms, it's like I'm just chill.
You know, I have a thought.
What? Hit me with it.
I think it's because you are the talent. And I am very much like a producer at my core. And it's also what makes us, when we're working together, a really solid team. But like, because I wish I had realized sooner in my career that really I'm like a producer and director, and I love directing specials because it really is just like gassing people up and seeing one person's vision and like putting that on blast, which is like a really exaggerated version of going and up to someone and grabbing their face and being like, "You're American Pie." And then he ends up being Captain America. This was before he was years before he was Captain America.
Wow, you spoke that into existence.
Yes.
Wow.
And I get so excited about people.
Yeah.
And so that's why I love when we're creating content where you'll be at the center of it. But when you're the talent with a capital T, I feel like it's like, when you're on. And I mean, you make connections like bonkers. Like, you work a room. I mean, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. But I think when it comes to that kind of stuff, that's not like, and you don't need to be better at it.
But we've also been in so
you.
many rooms with huge talent, and the ones that are insufferable. Yeah. And especially like in the comedy world, the ones that are they're screaming from across the room. Yes. They got to be seen. And I already know that like I'm a little bit of a outsider. I come in with my big blonde hair, my big tits, and you know what I mean. And I don't know why I have felt intimidated in a way of that, but it's just like I kind of like ease in, and I'm like, all right, and I know my people, and I'm friendly. I'll talk to anybody, but I do need to get better at just being like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" and like, don't give a shit.
I love that for you,
because at some point, most of these people have DM'd me at some point. I'm like, "Hey, are you married? What's up?" You know what I mean? Like they all want the same thing at the end of the day. But so we're here. You're coming on the road with me for some dates because you're helping me make sure that we're not wasting a moment's breath on a joke that doesn't work. I mean, Jen, you've been so instrumental and just kind of like it's so it's so great when I have somebody else who can watch the show and then come backstage after the show and be like, you didn't make that transition. What were you trying to say with that joke? What was the point of that? It's helped me so much because you're so instrumental in keeping my brain together too. And for those of y'all who don't know at home, Jen and I have sold 2 different TV shows together. We just sold another one. We've got to take it out to market. So I also wanted you to see, being on the road with me, like, you get the schedule. We're on the road, and then as soon as Monday hits, I'm doing my podcast, and then Tuesday we're on calls pitching this show to different networks. It's kind of like you got to have your hands in everything to know what's going on.
It's amazing. So we just went to Alabama. I went to Alabama with you. You did 4 shows in 4 nights. And when the company made a move, company move from Huntsville to Birmingham, we were in the car, and the entire time, Heather, like a 2-hour car ride, Heather just rolled calls, and it was all about your schedule. And I went home and was talking to Van, my husband, and I was just like, because we write shows together, so we're pitching, we're developing like movie ideas, and then you're on the road, and it's been so fun to wear this hat of helping shape material and support that for you, and just being like a sounding board, really, and just like writing everything down. And it's really amazing to see. It motivated me, and what I said to Van was like, there can be no time wasted.
Yeah.
So it also makes me up my game to want to provide something that's as efficient for you and like that gets to the point. And so when we have time together to work on whatever it is, that it's like organized and ready to go for you to come in and to execute. So then you can leave and go and execute the next thing. It's unbelievable the amount of stuff you do. I don't know if
it's not probably great, but here's my thing. I'm like,
your adrenals must be.
Oh, they've been shot.
The adrenals.
The adrenals have been shot. You know what I'm not supposed to be having? A fucking shitty ass iced coffee Starbucks. I'm not supposed to be living off caffeine, but here we are.
Here we are.
The
what
air
else
is
are you
dry.
gonna do?
I got roulette in a minute. We have a sound check, and then I got to hit the craps table for 10 minutes. Dude, you should have seen me last night. Okay, listen. I want you to know I love you dearly, and I appreciate you, and I am so grateful. We were talking about this earlier, sidebar, and we'll get into Vegas shit. We were talking about, we've known each other for what, like 8 years now, and when we met, it was just like a kismet thing. We met because just to refresh folks who don't know, we met because you had a podcast called We Need to Talk About Britney. I was at the beginning stages of doing Britney 911. I came to your house. You had a very sweet voice on your podcast. I said, I don't know if I'm going to vibe with this girl. And I showed up to Joni Mitchell's house.
About the leather blazer and the barrel jeans.
You did have a very sweet voice on your podcast. And I remember being like, I just don't know if this is going to be my kind of gal. And then I show up, you're dressed like a lesbian. You live in Joni Mitchell's house in the canyon. And I was like, and then we were both sobbing over our dead relatives and friends. And I was like, this is my bitch. And we've been, running the show since.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's amazing. It's amazing when because when you find someone that you can work with, it's really rare. And to work in such an intense business
with so much rejection. We have had so many no's. Yes, people see the yeses, but the no's are daily, hourly, minute by minute. Last night when I was playing roulette, I was looking around and I don't connect to gambling, and I realized why. Because my job is a gamble. Every day I get up on stage, I don't know if I'm going to win or lose. It's up to the house. It truly is. Like, I don't know what the outcome's going to be. When we're pitching stuff, when I'm auditioning, I'm so used to hearing, no, you did not win, that I just don't get a high. I'm like, I get a high off walking off stage and being like, I fucking crushed it, or that was a fun show. So sitting there and just throwing thousands of dollars and rolling dice, I'm like, I feel nothing.
I'm dead inside. Truly nothing. It's crazy. I was like pulling into my driveway the other day, and I was like having this moment where I was like, am I put together? Like, am I okay? Or is this like a complete disaster? That is my life.
But we all feel that way.
Right?
Every day.
But then I realized, I was like, I have lived in Los Angeles and worked in entertainment as my sole job, where it's been my only job now for like 12, 15 years. And And same with my husband. And I'm like, and we're married. We like each other. I like live in this house. Like I had friends who were so like suicidal or had drug problems. And they were like, I have to leave. And now they have like incredible lives someplace else. But they were like, I can't do this. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. This is meant for me because if I can withstand all of that and have like, be somewhat normal.
That is winning. And you need to write that down. I have not killed myself yet. But people don't, I really think, there is so much glitz and glamour in this business. But if you often, I feel like as a talent, as a producer, working in this business, you are in this fishbowl. And when I meet other people, like so many comics are sober. They don't drink because they were grinding it out on the road or they had problems with that. I mean, it is a really insecure business. It does not matter if you look like you're on top of the world. 10 people have told you no that weekend for whatever reason. And you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself as a director, as a writer, as a producer. I'm selling myself as, I've been told like she's too fat for the project, period. You know what I mean? Like shit where like if you make it out and you don't have a major issue, like wow. 10 out of 10 you're thriving.
10 out of 10 you're thriving. Yeah, this is when I had to take a break from auditioning for commercials. It was the breakdown came in and it said, not pretty, not ugly. Someone out there loves her. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because I was like, honestly, I'm perfect for this role.
Yeah,
and then I was like, and then I started to spin out. I was like, I can't. I needed a break. But it's hard. It's like there's so much. It is a tough business. I'm so glad that I met you because we just have fun.
We have fun. And we've been through the trenches. I mean, Jen, one time we were pitching a show about 5 years ago. It was when Good Grief got sold. We were pitching a show at a really big production house. We went in there and this woman was being so fucking rude to us. Now, mind you, I was in the middle of having an ovarian torsion again. We didn't know. This is when my cyst was growing. So I show up at the lot, we're at like the WB lot or some shit, and I look jaundice. I look ill. I'm like, Jen, I don't know what's going on. This cyst is just, it's bad. And I was like, I think I'm going to barf. So I'd already went into this meeting, like really trying to put it on. I was putting on the Ritz. This bitch was so rude to us. What did she say? She was like,
she was so rude to us and our time, but she was so rude to you because it was about your life story, about you losing your dad, which was said at the top of the meeting.
This is a show about losing a father figure. Period.
My dad.
My dad. True story.
True story. And then she said, but after season 1, we've moved on from the dad dying. So
like, what do you care? And I think she was like, and why is he important? And I was like, because he's my dad.
And it was just so bad. We had another meeting at Judd Apatow's company,
who were fantastic,
and I was like, you know what? And so and Heather, we hadn't been working together that long at this point, and I did say to you, because you brought up my voice, and I said to you, I know how I sound, I know how I present, but I want you to know that I'm from upstate New York.
Yeah, gang.
And there is a part of me, just so you know, that is not to be fucked with, and you'll see it and you'll know. And I turned to this woman and I said, I'm so sorry. We have to go to another meeting. We're going to be late to go to Judd Apatow's, and it doesn't seem like this is working out.
But you said it like this. Let me read it out. You know what? I'm sorry, but we got a meeting across town at Judd Apatow's, and you don't seem to be really feeling this. So, Heather, I'd like for you to grab your purse. We got to go. Thanks for your time. And then it was like a mic drop, like, bitch. It was so amazing. And I remember just being like, that's my girl. That's my girl from upstate.
That's my girl.
My Gucci gang girl.
Yeah,
Hell
I was like, get out of here with that.
Get out of here. But listen, I don't want people to be like, oh, they're just bitching about the business. But it's a wild ride. Like, people don't see the behind the scenes stuff. But we are having fun in Vegas. We're gonna hit the craps table. Dude, I just found out they have masseuses. Last night I was playing roulette with a bunch of people who are coming to the show tonight.
Yeah, what'd you say? You said on Instagram you were playing craps while getting a massage?
I was playing roulette And I had this very attractive Thai woman came behind me, and her shirt, she had her tits out, and it just said embroidered across her V-neck, massage. And I said, are you putting out what, like, am I picking up what you're putting down? And she literally unzipped her fanny pack, and she's like, $2 a minute. I said, bitch, get comfy, because I could be here all night. And I got my neck worked on while I was playing roulette.
And she works for the hotel.
Works for the hotel. If you go by the high rolling rooms, they have, I saw a
They'll
man.
suck your dick for you.
They will suck your dick for you. I saw a man, and when you're at the high rolling tables, there's not that many people doing it because it's obviously a big buy-in. There was a man in like Umbro shorts. He had like Oakley wraparound sunglasses, right? Because you gotta have the shades on when you're doing high gambling poker. This woman was on his back. She was like on top of him. Like he was bent over and he was playing poker in his Umbros and his Oakleys, and this woman had an elbow in him and had the works and just kept dipping her hand in her fanny pack for the oil. It was incredible. I'm like, I would become addicted to that part of the gambling.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they're bringing you drinks. You can smoke a cigarette while you're getting a massage. I mean, the only way that they could make it better is if they could drop off chicken tenders. And I don't think you can eat on the floor. But if they dropped off chicken tenders while I was getting a massage and smoking a cigarette and drinking a McUltra, bitch, I'd be moving to Vegas.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
For sure. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
But I met these 3 couples. They were all from Ohio. They came to the special tapings. Like, what's cool about Vegas and performing here is people fly in from everywhere. So it's not like you're rolling into, a Birmingham and you can pinpoint exactly what the vibe is. People are coming from all over and they make a trip out of it. So that's why I think performing here is even more exciting, because you really have to put on the Ritz, because you're like, I want this to be the best show ever, because you've made a vacation out of this.
Also, I mean, it's Vegas. It doesn't get like more showbiz than that.
Dude, there is a rock star shit feeling when the security will take me down to the show, and you'll see later, security will show up. I'm already dressed in my outfit. They walk you through the underbelly of the casino. You see everybody taking up room service. I mean, it's like the opening scene from Hacks.
Yes.
And you're like, here I am.
Yes.
I would love a Vegas residency. Vegas, if you'll have me, I'll stay here. I crushed the shops all over the Palazzo. I went over to the Wynn. I hit the Neiman's. Now, I will say, I was Pretty Woman today. I could move here, but they have to order larger sizes in the stores.
I mean, we're in Vegas. I mean,
tried to
women, give me a break. We're not only dealing with 2s and 4s in Vegas.
I needed just a black pump. I went to Jimmy Choo, Stuart Weitzman. I went into Ferragamo. Everybody can order the shoe in a size 11, but they didn't have it in stock. And I'm like, you have middle America coming here. I know there is a girthy bitch from Michigan who's got a wide foot and has $2,000 cash that she just won at the Britney Spears slot machine.
And she wants to drop
She wants
it.
to buy a pump. She wants to buy a black patent leather pump to wear to my show tonight and can't do it.
You should tell them. Write it down in the computer. I want to see you type it into that computer. Carry the other sizes.
Carry the other sizes. They could all order it for me, and I said, "I'm. If you can get it to the backstage at the Palazzo Theater by 10 p.m. this evening, then I can do it."
Heather, I feel like this show is going to be fantastic tonight, because this week I had, and I'm not even kidding, and it kept happening. It happened 3 times where I had dreams. And I can't really remember the specifics. Yeah. But I wake up laughing. Do you wake up laughing?
Oh, I giggle all the time. Or I'm sobbing.
Oh, I've never
that's sleep
woken
paralysis.
up.
I got to see a preacher or some sort of exorcist about that.
I woke up laughing, and it was something, me and you were laughing in a dream, and it woke me up, and I'm like, this is a good sign.
This is a good sign.
Last night, it was something about like we were in Paris.
Oh, well.
And it was something like, should we go buy a bag? And you were like, yes, we should. And then we were laughing about something and woke up laughing.
Well, I tried to buy a bag today. I did. I always buy myself a little treat in Vegas, but I was so focused on buying the, stilettos, pumps in the club, that I was not focusing on the bags. That's another thing. If the Vegas stores would stay open, if like Fendi would open for me at 12:30 when I'm off the clock, I would drop.
Yes.
I would drop.
That's actually, I wonder why they don't. The stores aren't open then?
No, they're not open late.
Wow.
Yeah,
Vegas
everything else open late.
I'm learning all these things about Vegas. My sister and my brother-in-law love Vegas, and it kills them that I live so close and I don't come here more often.
But once you figure it out, that's the thing. It takes a couple times to figure it out. You got to stay at the right places. Once you get the dinner reservations, we always kind of fly in here, do the show, and like tomorrow I have to fly to Jacksonville, Florida. I've got a 9-hour travel day. So I don't always get to like be present and enjoy it. And it was so nice coming in last night and we had dinner with all of our friends and I'm sitting there meeting some people who are coming to the show and I'm getting a massage and I'm drinking my Mick Ultras and I'm getting to run into so many like fun people and I lost like $300 at roulette. It was just a blast. Like when you get to do it right, man, I see the addiction to Vegas. I'm dying to go to the Sphere. But I'll tell you who I want at the Sphere. I want the Spice Girls at the Sphere. All right? I'm rocking my Spice Girls t-shirt.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, that's a perfect.
Spice up your life at the Sphere.
Well, Backstreet Boys is coming. Not the same as Spice Girls.
But still good.
Very good.
Still very good.
I was talking to my Uber driver on the way here, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, can the Backstreet Boys like really play the Sphere? And I was like, listen. Yeah. I was like, I know, because after going on the road with you, I know the women would show up for the Backstreet Boys. And they're the ones that have the time and the money to go to the Sphere.
To go to the Sphere. The women that were shopping today, like ladies be shopping, everybody that I ran to at brunch this morning, all of them had bought bags. You know what I mean? They would come back. They flew to come see me. They're coming to the Sphere. They would go to the Sphere to see the Spice Girls at the BSB.
I just want to say too, since I'm here on this platform, I fucking love your crowd.
They're good people.
Yeah. They are such good people. I literally held a woman's hands in Alabama and she was like an inch away from my face. Very, very Jen Zaborowski circa 10, 15 years ago with an American Idol contestant. And she was just like, if you need anything. Because I was with you. And she was like, and then she looked at me and she was like, I don't know how else to say this. I'm very well connected. If you need anything in Birmingham, Alabama. And I was like, I looked her up on Instagram. This woman, she's on safari walking with a lion in all her pose. She was like doing great workout in the world. And I was like, I love every single one of your fans.
People, I think, you know, I do get some shit for talking about all the things that we're doing, but for the most part, everybody else is out doing the same shit. You know, yeah, it's on showbiz, but everybody connects to it because even if they're not like a working woman, they're out, they're taking their kids all over God's green earth, being the best fucking moms, doing the most. We're all overstimulated. We're all doing the damn thing. But damn it, if this isn't a network of people who will say, we go to shows, what do you need? You're coming to our city? We got you. My friend owns a boutique hotel. We got you 8 dinner reservations. Like they're just fucking locked in. They're locked in. They get it. We're all networking together. We're just doing the damn thing.
It's the most amazing group of women. Especially like the women. I'm just like, I just fucking love them.
Yeah, I'm excited for the cruise. The cruise is going to be crazy. And I will say though, if you're listening to this and you're in the cruise Facebook group, I just have to say this. I just said everyone's amazing. But there's such a panic right now in the cruise Facebook group.
What's going on
just
in there?
The gals are, and I got to think how I want to phrase this. I have to start talking in the Facebook group. I see everything, but I don't always chime in. They're just panic. Like they're all clearly type A over planners. They're just like, well, what are we doing this? They're so panicked about having like a second of downtime. There will not be a second of downtime on this cruise. You know what I mean? They're signing up for all the activities. Well, I didn't get to do the activity. It sold out in 2 seconds. And I'm like, everybody calm down. Also, give yourself grace. You're on vacation. That is what I've realized. The gals and the gays and the guys that come to my shows are on it. They are running shit, whether it's in their households, at their businesses.
That checks out.
You know, running their fucking mahjong team. Like, they are running shit. And I realized no one knows how to come on this cruise and fucking relax.
No, this needs to, this is
your vacation. Chill out and let me panic.
Yes. And you're in good hands because between Heather and Christina, like, Christina's gonna run this shit like a summer camp on steroids.
Amen.
And so there will be activities.
No, there's so much that people are panicked about, like
not being able to do it all.
Do it all. I'm like, calm down. You may also be so hungover one morning that you're not going to make it to yoga. It's okay, bitches. Take a fucking chill pill.
Or just go up to the walking deck. You'll see me and my sister power walking for sure. If you need something to do, I'm sure that will be happening.
But that is a great life lesson, because as soon as I saw a little bit of the panic in the group, I'm like, oh my God, these gals,
All
gays and guys,
like-minded.
they don't know even how to go on a trip and just let me do the voodoo that I do, which is entertain you. Like, just come on the boat. Once you feel that fresh air in your hair, and you take a deep breath and you see, an island in the horizon, just get a pina colada, the unlimited drink package, and chill the fuck out.
Yeah, just chill. Just relax.
We got to relax. But this is a great life lesson for us, because I called you panicked about all the fucking shit we're trying to do. And you know what is a good life lesson? Be present in the moment. We got to start having moments where we're just in it. We're dialed in. We're grounded. We're looking out. We're having human connection. We're going up to Glen Powell and just giving a little kiss on the cheek and just living in that, reveling in that
moment. A little kiss on the cheek and say,
big fan.
Big fan. Proud of you. And then keep it moving.
You know what we should absolutely not be promoting on this podcast?
Kissing
people who have not given you consent. Maybe just maybe one of these.
But no, just like go up and you just like, tenderly kiss on the mouth. Just a
little tongue to tongue.
Yeah. It's like, but Heather and Jen told me. They told me.
You know what? I do miss, nobody blows kisses anymore. That's a good one. I mean, remember when you were in like high school and somebody blew? Why does no one blow a kiss? I mean, that may have ended with COVID. God.
Yeah, blow a kiss and then you catch it.
Yeah. Hold on, go take the mic back. Yeah, I just don't want you.
Oh, yeah.
That is romantic. That's flirty in a way, to me, that's not aggressive or threatening.
Yeah, you could just start blowing kisses.
Start blowing kisses, baby.
That's not creepy at all. That's just go for it.
I'm pretty sure the last time somebody blew me a kiss was like when I was strutting my shit up like 2nd Avenue in New York, and some cabbie just like says like, "Hey, big tits," and then blows a kiss. I miss those days.
Wait, you know what? In Steph Tolev's taping, in the first show, someone blew her a kiss. And she was like, "Did you just fucking blow a kiss at me?" And she's like, "Did you just fucking blow a kiss?" And then the wife goes, "He does it all the time." And she's like, "He just blows kisses to everybody?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Kind of love it though.
Yeah.
Kind of love to
so
bring
whoever
that
guy is in Boston, there's some guy in Boston who blows kisses to people. So he's on top of it. He's on top of it.
If I'm like at a restaurant and the back waiter just, I catch him out of the corner of my eye and it's just a quick little kiss blow. There's so many fun ways you can receive it. You can catch it. You know what I mean? You can reject it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Get that kiss out of here. There's a lot of ways to react to that. I just think it's a very versatile greeting without being threatening and without touching somebody physically.
Now, Heather, what are you most excited about for the cruise?
I feel like it is truly going to feel like summer camp. It is, and I said this before a couple weeks ago, like I'm excited to live in the moment. I'm excited to meet everybody. I'm excited to see everybody. I obviously love to entertain. I want people to come and just have the best time ever. And that's why I don't want people to be panicked about like filling every second. There is going to be something at every second. Like, quit trying to overplan yourself and just come and enjoy and also live in the moment. But I'm also excited for the download afterwards. That's my favorite part.
The best.
The best. You know how many characters are going to be on this ship? Not even just like entertainers. You know how many people are going to come with like their mom, their stepmom, their mother.
Stories.
The stories.
And like at a wedding. I love going to weddings and hearing about the friendships that are made, the hookups that happen, the like all that, like the fights that happen, this, the that, but the unexpected pairing of people, because it happens no matter what.
Yep.
And I can't wait. That's the thing I'm excited for on this cruise.
I fully agree with you. It's like the lesbian couple. Remember the great lesbian Melissa from Huntsville?
Yes.
I'm excited to see who she and her wife, who they're going to be besties with on the cruise. Like, I want to know.
Will it be my sister?
Will it be you and your sister?
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I totally agree with you. Making vacation friends is the greatest thing on the planet.
It is the best. So I'm going on the cruise with my sister, Jessica, and that's right. Our parents named us Jessica and Jennifer. They
Very
gave us
80s of them.
the same name. And Jill Bream, who suggested this blazer and these barrel jeans, and who designed Heather's amazing outfit.
I have a
for
meeting with Jill
Breadwinner
next week.
So she's also coming. Can we get her a slot to be one of the judges for
The one of the contests?
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Costume
of course.
contest.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to see Jill next week. She's going to rip me a new asshole and probably drop off barrel jeans at my hotel. And I'll be like, Jill, I can't out.
No, she'll respect. That's the
she's
thing
the
about
best.
Jill. She won't put you in something that's not right for you.
Jill's great too, because when we were working for the special and I was just like, Jill, she was sending me all this great stuff. And I was like, Jill, as somebody who has lived in this skin for 37 years, I know what's going to work while I love this. And she got it right away. I was like, honey, I can't wear anything with a drop waist. I have no waist.
Yeah.
I'm like an apple on 2 toothpicks. And she was like, got it.
She got it. And
got
then
it.
she'll still text message me with like a photo of you on like a red carpet or something. And she'll be like, I just want to point out, don't you see Heather's waistline? She does have a waist. Which is right. It's true. It's true. But no, she knows how to dress people. Once she hears something once, she's like, got it. Yeah, well, I can't wait for the fucking cruise. I'm really excited about it.
And you have always been in my life, but and we've worked together for so long, but I think you coming on the road now and seeing the ins and outs, the day to day, and then also with the cruise, it's going to be a whole nother level. Like you are in it. You are dialed in.
Yes.
You have taken the oath. You've been branded.
Yes.
You're
no,
in.
I've given you my blood for sure. But what's great is that, so like I'm going on the cruise, like as a patron, as for fun.
For fun.
Like I don't have a job.
No.
And I was talking to Ray about this, and Ray was like, I'm going to be working. So like I need to be on point. And I was like, this is going to be like a life swap, because I was like, everyone's going to be like, Jen's like drunk all the time. And Jen's like in a sarong that's like half off and like just like walking.
Pussy out.
I'm on vacation.
Left on vacation, came back on probation. And that's all you need to know there. What else do we have on the agenda? We're taking our show out. We got to start wheeling and dealing in a couple weeks.
We're going to start wheeling and dealing. We're taking this show out. I'm really excited about this one.
I am.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
They're not like us.
They're not like us.
Mm-hmm.
They make us feel like they get us all excited, and you get all excited, and you're like, we're gonna make this thing, and then they're like, but how about you make this thing? And you're like,
that wasn't my thing.
And you're like, I don't want to do that thing, and then you're like, okay, and then you start talking about it, and you get excited, and you're like, no, that's funny. That's funny.
That's fun. We wanted to make that thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they suggested that we made that thing that we didn't
this
want
is
it.
the thing, because we thought it was that thing, but it's actually this thing, and then they're like, we don't want this thing, and then you're like, oh. And then you're like, I'll never get hard again. Like I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like in The Godfather, just when you think you're out, they pull you back in. And then we have this one. And this is my favorite.
This is my favorite. It's not about me. It's not my story. I am playing a character. I'm going to have a crunchy wig on. I get to smoke menthols on camera. I get to drive like a Kia Soul. Like this is my dream character, and I think it's going. I have a good feeling, Jennifer, that this is going all the way.
I love it.
Truly being in this business, that was a great analogy they used, but being in this business is like getting blue balled all the time. You're a guy, you stuck it in, and you're never going to finish. We want to come so hard on this next project. We want to be on set, on location. I want to be in a wig. I want to get a face tattoo if the character calls for it. Like whatever it is, we're about to become so immersive. Oh my God.
And let me tell you something. How Heather and I would be in charge of a television show. I mean, we're talking
professional.
Also, I mean, we have our our nurse practitioner come to set to inject us with Botox on our lunch break.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking
Vitamin C drips.
Oh, we got the vitamin C drips.
NAD.
When they call, for the martini shot, which is like the last shot of like the project, of the day, whatever.
Guess what's coming out on a platter?
Actual martinis. Okay. We're fun. We're fun.
Hollywood. We are so fun. We are so nice.
We are so positive. Okay. And we will make sure that everyone asks for consent. We'll blow kisses.
We will only blow kisses to the craft service folks. Okay. Safety. Blow kisses.
We would have such a good time. And we're working with amazing people on this. And I just think that this is a show for your fans too. Like, it's just seeing how your fans live their lives, the kinds of people that they are. Like, this is a show for them where they can like just laugh. They can fold their fucking laundry and they can, but who am I kidding? Your fans aren't folding their laundry. They're bad bitches. Someone folds their laundry for them. I apologize. I
ladies. Actually like to fold laundry. It's very soothing for me.
I fucking hate folding laundry.
I don't like to iron, but I love to fold laundry. But it is actually where I just shut down and I don't have to talk. Folding laundry is fantastic. But ironing, I am so bad at ironing. I can do a decent steam, but I am bad at ironing. And I don't know why.
I'm good at ironing. I think it was like my Catholic school like upbringing.
Oh,
although I had I'm from a super small town in upstate New York. I don't think you know this character from my town. So my town is filled with characters. Okay, my dad was a podiatrist, foot doctor. He was the foot doctor in town, and my mom was like, it's the 80s. Okay, so my mom, stay-at-home mom, always in like fur coats and like just. She had like a cleaning lady 7 days a week or five days a week. I think it was 5 days a week. We also had an ironing lady.
A laundress is what they're called.
Okay.
Like, the famous laundry detergent called the laundress. That is because that used to be a job. I think it still is. Just somebody to come do the fucking laundry.
So we had this little lady named Mrs. Who's.
Hell yeah.
And she lived up in this walk up, and she just was the town's ironing lady. Mm-hmm. And she ironed all the doctors' like shirts and all our school shirts and everything. And we'd have to go up sometimes to pick up the ironing. Mrs. Who's had one glass eye.
Hell yeah.
And she would be like, Mrs. Who's, and she had one glass eye. And I always think of Mrs. Who's every time I do the...
Rest in peace, Mrs. Who's.
Mrs. Who's is definitely dead. We also had a tailor named Dario, and he was Italian.
Yeah.
And he called all of his clients on right before Christmas. And whoever answered the phone, that's who got the Dario Christmas call. So it was always this thing, like, who answered the phone when Dario called? Because it was before, like, you could see the call or, like, who was calling. And you would go, like, hello, and he'd be like, hello, is this the Zaborowski residence? And you'd be like, yes. And he'd be like, this is Dario. I just wanted to say a Merry Christmas. And you'd be like, Merry Christmas, Dario. And then you'd hang up the phone and be like, I got the call. Dario called. And Dario taught me one of life's most important lessons, Heather.
Which is what?
Linen. Every time he'd go to hem something that was linen, wrinkle like a hell.
Wrinkle like a hell, which I have said many times on this podcast. Everyone's trying to put me in linen. I love linen. It's cool. It's comfortable. It's a natural fiber fabric. And you know what it does? It wrinkles like hell.
Wrinkle like a hell.
Wrinkle like a hell.
Dario.
We all need a Dario.
Oh, my God.
We all need a Mrs. Who's. We all need that support in our life. To remind us that you can wrinkle like hell. Life is short.
Life is short. And also, get some help.
Get some help.
If you can pay people to do shit you don't want to do, outsource that shit.
Outsource it. Whether it is stuff at your home, whether it is things at work, outsource that shit. Somebody in your network of people knows somebody who can do the damn job. And we talk about this all the time, and I'm talking about this in the new hour. As women, we try to do everything on our own, and we get frustrated, and we never relinquish the help to anybody, or it's like, no, I'll just do it myself. Well, because we keep saying we'll just do it ourselves, that's why we're burnt out. And that is why we lose our fucking minds, and we snap on our friends, and we snap on our husbands, and we snap on our people. We're not just talking about things around the house. It's anything. And I don't even we got out of the hotel and the bellman's trying to help me. And I'm like, I'm a woman in America. I can grab my bags. No, my leg is currently numb. I have, my sciatica is so bad right now. You know what I said? In the words of Mel Robbins, let them.
Let them.
That is their job. Let them. Let them.
Let them.
There's a great scene from Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David has a woman driver show up. And she's like, can I take your bag? And he's like, no, you're a woman. I can't have you carry my bag. And she's like, this is my job, sir. Please let me have the bag. And he's like, absolutely not. And so he calls the valet company. He's like, can you please not send this woman? And they're like, did you have a problem with her? And he's like, no, I just feel bad because she insists on carrying my bags. And I don't want to seem like I'm a rude man letting this woman carry my bags. And then Seth Rogen, who's your buddy, is in the episode where finally Larry David lets this woman carry his bags, and Seth Rogen's like, you're such a fucking dick, Larry. Why the fuck would you let this woman carry your bags? And Larry's
I forgot he's later in that episode.
He's in that episode. And he's like, God, Larry, you're such a piece of shit. And Larry's like, she wanted to carry the bags. But that's a good reminder. Let them.
We have to let people do stuff for us because, like,
they're getting financially compensated.
Yes. We can't do everything. We can't be
everywhere
doing all the things. I mean, I watch my sister. I don't have kids. And I'm like, I was in the shower letting the water run over me last night. All I had to do was go to a movie with my husband on Valentine's Day. And I was so anxious. I was like, it's a movie. You're going to enjoy yourself. All you have to do is get in the car and go to the movie. But I was like, there's so many other things I should be doing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's too much. We got to find time to relax. We got to ask for help. We got to
stop wearing barrel jeans and quit touching giant mega movie stars' faces. But you can blow kisses. You can support one another. You can wear a crinkle textured leather jacket.
I hate you right now.
You can, slow down preparing for the cruise. You can, what else can we do?
We can wear sunglasses to cover the fact that we're not wearing eye makeup.
And we can also force our friends to be in our lives and show up.
Yep.
Let them show up.
Let them show up for you. Yes.
Tonight I am going. We have probably 6 hours until showtime. Because Vegas is such a whirlwind, but I want to have so much fun tonight, and I'm going to take a line from the incredible special that you directed, Breadwinner. Be present and be pleasant.
That's
I need
right.
to start. I preached this. This is on Hulu. You directed this. You helped edit it. And I'm not even living the life that I preached. I want to be present and pleasant.
No, we got to be present and pleasant. I mean, Heather, no, you do that, but you show up tonight and you have a good time. You always have a good time once those lights hit you.
And
show
then,
pony.
As soon as I say, good night, Las Vegas, Jen will have her laptop with notes like, you fucked up the whole show. Oh, you call that crowd work, you dumb bitch?
And then Heather's like, where the fuck is your nice little voice when I first met you?
Jennifer, where can everybody find you? And if you're a comic listening, because we have a ton of, comics who are fans of the show, you are out there directing specials, you're writing TV shows, you wrote for a commercial I just shot.
Yes.
I mean, you're really doing so much. I'm so proud of you, but where can everybody find you? And what is on your vision board? Because that is a big thing here at Absolutely Not. What is on your vision board for the next year?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Jennifer Zaborowski, which is just like my dog and my husband. It's just like nice on the road with Heather travels.
Aesthetically pleasing.
And sometimes my boobs, cleavage pics. But for what's on my vision board? I mean, I love directing, and I love creating, helping people create their, what they're making their vision come to life. And I always wanted to, secretly, it was a secret, dream passion was to be the artistic director of a Britney Spears tour.
Yeah. Oh.
Honestly, that was my dream.
Uh-huh.
It would just hype me up so much. And I was like, what does that mean? Do I want to write a Broadway musical or whatever? And then when I started working with you and directing your specials, I was like, it's just making like one tiny idea like totally come to life. And so I just want to be directing. I want to be directing more specials. Working with stand-up comedians is just like, it's just so fun. I had such a blast, obviously, working with you and Steph Tolev, and I hope, knock on wood, it's like one or two others that are coming up. So I want to be directing other specials, and I want to be, I want to be directing also like narrative stuff this year. So either I hope it'll be episodes of our television show.
It's going to happen.
A feature of a movie that we make together.
Yeah.
And just continue to be making like fun stuff with people. So that's what I want to be doing, and just being open to whatever happens. Like I didn't think I would act again. And then, I did like a tiny thing, in a show that's coming out in, I think like in a month. And so that was really fun to do that. So I just want to be open to just like making and creating and working with really fun people.
You know what? That's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that. We're going to continue to do that. Say a prayer that our show gets picked up.
Please.
We will be pitching it the first week of March, and we will be anxious to hear the yes. But in the meantime, even when you hear a no, just know that a yes is around the corner.
That's right. That's right.
Jen, thank you for being here. Love you, mean it. We got to get ready. We got a show to do. Can't wait to see everybody in Viva Las Vegas. And next week, I will be all over America. Now, if you see me in one of your cities, I'm not on tour. I'm shooting this very fun commercial that is a part of a very cool project. We're giving back to local communities and I basically get to be like a publisher's clearinghouse next week. It's very exciting. But I will be driving. I don't know I don't think I can say anything about this. But either way, I will be all over. And then I am going to be in New York for a week for a very specific gig. I also don't think I'm allowed to say yet. Either way, if you see me out and about, say hi. I love you. I mean it.
Blow a kiss.
Blow a kiss. Blow kisses from the window, and I'll catch them and put them right in my panties. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you on the next episode of the Absolutely Not podcast. Ciao, Bella. Arrivederci. Bye.